Let me help clarify something here real quick. You people, and when I say you people, I mean the whole world, nationwide. You may not be behind what the president said, or is saying, because it's so ass backwards as far as what's common in the normal social agenda workplace. You don't say the things that he says from such a position because you feel it's politically incorrect, inappropriate. How could he, in his position, say the things he says? In private, this is what everybody says. This is what everybody's saying. The separation between races is more because you don't say what it is that you truly feel and think. You don't say that white people have privilege and get away with things blacks can't, because you don't find it. You can't say it in the workplace. You maybe can say it to somebody else who agrees with you, and somebody who may not even agree with you won't out you for having said something inappropriate or say something so inappropriate. It'll just be the fact that that's where you stand, and that's it, and just leave it at that. Here is the 45th president of the United States of this America, North, standing where he stood, almost in glory, with this face, as people are chanting racially charged chants in his presence based off of what he already gave the go-ahead and authority to think and say. Go back to where the hell you come from. Get the fuck away from us. We don't want you around. We don't want you here. We don't want you to be a part of this country that we've now made it. Whoever helped get us here, yeah, fine, all well and good. But now, if you got a problem with the way things are running, leave. You go back. You migrate away from America, and we'll stay here and deal with, the way things are, filled with Americans in a one-sided, globally dominant, predominant racist society in existence. If you can't deal with that and you don't like it, then you leave. Damn whether or not you're not an immigrant. Damn whether or not you are an immigrant. Damn all that. Just if you're going to have such a beef and you're going to have such a problem with it and get voted into offices where you can be heard, if you got a problem with it, then leave. That's what he's trying to say to these 4 freshman congresswomen. He out and out said it. So of course that fuels the erection of a true American, born and bred, and nobody belongs here except us redneck type. Because that's just all you needed to hear. Is like, he fucking said it. He fucking said it. He just came right out and damn said it. You get the hell out of our country. He said it. He finally said it. He didn't say it to the masses, the voting masses that he'll need for re-election. He didn't say it to blacks. He didn't say it to Hispanics. He didn't say it to Jews. He didn't say it to Puerto Ricans. He didn't say it to them. But he did say it to these 4 women who just happened to be women of color. And it was almost like a strike for the white supremacists. The white supremacists. Almost. You take from it what you want. They took it. They took it and ran with it. He didn't say that. You couldn't have him on camera saying what he said and say, I said this on behalf of white supremacy. I didn't say it on behalf of rednecks. I didn't say it on behalf of racists. I didn't say it on behalf of hate mongers. But what I said was enough for those groups to take away enough hate to be like, yes, exactly. Get away from us. You separate from us. You separate from here. Because here, this is how it goes. Yeah, a few fall between the cracks and they're doing okay and they prosper. And we'll smile and grin and shake hands with them, then wipe our hands on our pants. But as far as you outing our agenda, as far as this being an America based on everybody at the top stays at the top and everybody else, good luck. If you got a problem with that, We want you to get the hell out of our country. Because they still claim it as their own. They still believe it is their own. I'm telling you, if nothing else from this president and this administration and this presidential run, you should feel compelled to say whatever the hell you feel like saying, because that's exactly what he's doing. Within the realm of what he has to do as far as the job you all elected him to, aside from that, he's saying whatever he wants, and he's saying it however he wants to. Why would you be any different? You have to take his lead. You have to take his lead. The presidents before them, yeah, they had their shot. They could have said whatever they wanted. They did it in some roundabout punk way, probably, insinuating this, showing their concerns this way, but not just out and out saying, I'm on behalf of my fucking people. Fuck the rest of y'all. I'm on behalf of my people. I'm on behalf of rich, white, prosperous Republicans, and those are my people. That's who I'm on behalf of. So the first things I'm going to do is get them taken care of and squared away, and then we'll see about the rest of this social agenda. And we want the minimal amount of people who are not us here, and stop anybody who's trying to get here who's not that, who's not us, who's not in that demographic, who's not of that color or that race or our party. We're trying to keep them the fuck out. We don't need a whole lot at the top. At the top, we recognize each other's faces and we know each other's names. We're not trying to induct anybody else in, especially if you don't fit the criteria to get in. The Eyes Wide Shut party, yeah, it was a certain demographic. If you ever saw the movie, The Eyes Wide Shut showed that's what it looks like at the top. That's where everybody at the top, that's where they congregate. They deal with everyone else because that's who they hire. That's who they use to work. That's who they have as doing the labor. Those are the servants. Those are the people of servitude. That's how they're looked at. Everybody at the top, yeah. You don't have to do that. We hire those people to do that. I'm those people. I'm those people. Me. But you better get your understanding straight as far as what the hell is going on this year and what's going to happen next year. And if you really don't change it, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not going to change after this. It ain't going to change after this. And it ain't based on who's of color that has the opportunity to get up there and change that. You don't change it from the presidential standpoint. It's in the streets. It's the congregation of the meeting of the minds, street-wise, street level, people you can reach, talk to, meet and greet your own self where you are, and then you make that congregate. Then you go from hood to hood, city to city, neighborhood to neighborhood. That's where you make the change. You can't keep throwing rocks at the White House when you live in fucking Detroit. You're not going to hit it. You're not going to hit it. You in your state, you're not going to do it. Your state can do it. So you start there and you make these numbers add and multiply, add and multiply, add and multiply. The increased voices will be loud enough eventually to where you won't hear chants like send her home, send her away. You won't hear those chants. There used to be chants just like those. There used to be shouting just like those, but they were shouts of freedom and equality. Civil rights, equal rights, rights for women's right to vote for everybody. Not no fucking send her home. One person is the whole freaking hitch for the doggone next re-election. No. That's just a bunch of people who are hate mongering based on their leader, and they're following up their leader. His leadership is leading people to be more hated, show more hate, show more hate, show it. Don't conceal it, show it. If you got hate in your heart, let it out, I guess. But how the hell can we have that mindset, that thinking, or anything close to that type of a belief system in the front leading the way? You can't. You can't. You can't. It's not an impossible task to come together and unify. We just got to start making it more relevant. If this ain't an example, I don't know what else you need to see.